Alright, so the next FOMC meeting is here. Today marks the day where the Fed are going to be meeting for two back-to-back meetings today and tomorrow. And by tomorrow, within the next 22 hours approximately, probably 20 hours by the time I post this, the Fed is going to be done with their next FOMC meeting. Now, I'm going to leave the CME group countdown to the next FOMC meeting, so if you are interested in that, just head down to the description. You can click on it, and then obviously, no matter what country you're in, you can refer to this and then check what time it is going to be where you are. So if we do look at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, you can see they are once again predicting 100% likelihood of another increase in the interest rates. Now, if we actually come over to here, you can see the Fed is likely to consider a 75 basis point increase. This is the biggest rate hike they've had since 1994 if this does go through. Now, basically, the reason why this is going through and why a lot of economists, major Wall Street firms are changing their calls. Goldman Sachs is even changing their call. And even myself, I previously said that, according to Powell, they were talking about raising the interest rates by 50 basis points, 50 basis points, 50 basis points, until they believe that they've got inflation under control. And they were going to say that they believe they could start subsiding and decreasing the interest rates coming into September if they believe, this is Jerome Powell's words exactly, if they believe that inflation has subsided. Now, what has happened in then? Well, as you can see, the consumer price index, the CPI, rose 8.6% from May to May, year to date. It increased 1% over the past month since the previous FOMC meeting. So this is exactly what the FOMC is going to be interested in. This is exactly what they're going to be talking about. And because of this, lots of economists are talking about a 75 basis point increase. So why do you care? Why does this matter to crypto? Why does this matter to Bitcoin? Well, let's look at what happened the last time the last FOMC meeting was. And bear in mind, during this period in time, I forgot I've got an arrow tool now. So during this period in time, this was a 50 basis point increase. Now, if you're not an economist or you don't know what 50 basis points is, it's basically a 0.5% increase. So, 100 basis points would be 1 percentile point. So a 50 basis point increase, it might not sound like too much, but it's basically increasing the cost that it takes to borrow money. Now, if they do, once again, month over month, increase the interest rates, even if they increase it by 50 basis points, which I do believe is going to be somewhat priced into the market at this point. However, if they do increase it by 75 basis points, it's going to reflect the Fed is feeling very, very hawkish about inflation, and until the Fed moves over into a dovish phase where they are going to start lowering the interest rates, then in my opinion, we should expect lower price targets. Now, I'm going to mark this with a horizontal ray. This is when the next FOMC meeting is, just so you know. Once again, in my opinion, we are going to see another a 75% basis point increase to the interest rate. So be super cautious. I've been saying this for quite a very, very long time on my channel now, but I've been telling you the bottom is not in until the Fed pivots. If you're buying altcoins right now, you are betting against the Fed, and that is not a good idea in my opinion. Now, is this the worst time to start slowly DCAing into Bitcoin? I don't think so. I've personally been saying myself, I've got buy orders in $1,000 increments from 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, all the way down to 19. Now, I'm going to start looking at potentially, a move down to 16,000. And, if you've watched my previous videos, you should know why I'm targeting 16,000 anyway. But nonetheless, be very, very cautious, because if the Fed once again increases the interest rates 75 basis points, it's going to show that they are feeling very, very hawkish about inflation. And if subsequently you are quote unquote buying the dip on altcoins, then my friend, there is going to be another dip of the dip of the dip coming until the Fed decreases the interest rates. Then expect lower price targets, in my opinion. So, wrapping up this video, I did also just want to say The dollar is pushing up to new all-time highs. You know, I was talking about this down here on the 30th of May. Everyone was getting bullish. Everyone was getting bearish on the dollar. Everyone was getting bearish on Bitcoin. And I was telling you, you know, if you're a veteran to my channel, you know we zoomed back and we said do not count the dollar out until it's all said and done. We've done moves like this before, and we've gone up for one massive leg to the upside. The previous time we did this, we moved up about 3%. Now, I would like to be very clear that at least in percentage terms, I do believe the bottom is near for Bitcoin, but you can just imagine if the dollar moves up to something like, you know, 108, 110, then probably Bitcoin's going to move down to 16k. The total 2, which is the altcoin market cap, is probably going to get absolutely slaughtered. So be super cautious. I'm saying this because I do want the best for the community. You know, a lot of people are shilling altcoins right now. A lot of people are still saying buy the dip. A lot of people have been saying the bottom is in for months, and we've been very conservative. We've been telling you, do not bet against the Fed. If the Fed keeps on increasing the interest rates, FOMC meeting after FOMC meeting after FOMC meeting, you're going to see a lot lower prices. That is all I've got for you today. If you do want to keep up with what is going to be going on tomorrow with the FOMC meeting, be sure to head over to my Twitter at 618_cowboy. I am going to be posting the information you need at the moment in time when it does come out. So if you do want to know like that, when it is confirmed what increase we're going to be having in the basis points, or even if we are going to be, then be sure to head over to here. My prediction is we are going to be going up by 75 basis points. Let me know what you think of that down below. What is your prediction? I am interested in hearing what you guys think. So that is all I've got for you today. As always, Cowboy out. Peace.